Like every year, so much happened in our game in 2017. So how do you pick out the 5 most significant events in 2017? There's bound to be a subjective element to it. Let me tell you what I looked at. I looked at the fact that India achieved 9 series wins in a row, that Dhoni gave up the limited overs captaincy. For example, Jimmy Anderson went past 500 wickets. The DRS and the rule changes in cricket made such a huge difference with the umpire's call. That was a big factor, and international cricket went back to Pakistan. There was so much that happened, and yet the 5 that I've picked, I believe would have had a larger impact on our game in 2017. So I'm going to start with women's cricket. I believe 2017 will go down as the year in which women's cricket achieved lift-off. India made it to the final, and that ensured there was a huge viewership for the World Cup final. Mithali Raj went up to number 1 in the ODI rankings. That innings from Harmanpreet Kaur will never be forgotten. But also, England winning it gave a huge fillip to cricket in that country. They're winning awards left, right and centre. The women's Big Bash is becoming stronger. Who knows, we might have women's cricket in the IPL or some form of that very shortly. So I believe 2017 will be remembered for the women's game taking off. So that's number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list is something I was very, very unhappy with. I've been a huge fan of Anil Kumble, the cricketer, the person, and the match winner for India. And I just thought the manner in which Indian cricket said goodbye to Anil Kumble left a rather bitter taste. Eventually, it's always the captain's team. But when you've got a legend like that, when in the 1 year he's produced a fantastic track record, then we've got to find a better way of doing it. I thought Indian cricket was poorer for the manner in which Anil Kumble was asked to leave. So that was an unhappy item, but still item number 4 on my list. I would normally have included the Stokes brawl in my list because I expected England to say, you know what, he's a match winner. We don't have Ben Stokes available to us. But if you're good enough to be in the 16, it's a great honour to represent England. We've got enough good players in England. We'll move on. We will not mention Ben Stokes in the Ashes. But that didn't happen. Everywhere you went, there was talk of Ben Stokes, not just from the Aussie camp, but from the English camp. And I got the impression that Ben Stokes was in many ways the turning point or the biggest factor affecting England at the Ashes. And they went down 3-0. I didn't expect it to be that close, but because of the influence Ben Stokes had on that verdict, he enters my list at number 3 in the events of 2017. Number 2 in my list is Pakistan winning the Champions Trophy. It reminded me so much of the 1992 World Cup. Nobody expected Pakistan to win that. Nobody expected Pakistan to win this. There was talk midway through the 92 World Cup of booking return tickets, and I wouldn't have been surprised if Pakistan were thinking that way. I remember meeting some friends from Pakistan after the first India-Pakistan game, and I said, I have never ever seen Pakistan so dispirited and low on quality. And look what happened after that, and the way they played their final. They found a good captain in Sarfaraz, Hassan Ali arrived, Fakhar Zaman arrived, a lot of new players arrived, and Pakistan winning the Champions Trophy therefore was number 2 in my list of things that happened in 2017. Number 1 though was something that happened off the field. Increasingly, we're talking of Test cricket giving way to T20, of the traditional nation versus nation giving way to leagues. And when the IPL rights tender was opened, it drew a collective gasp around the cricket world. Not just in India, but in Australia, England, South Africa, everywhere people were analysing the implications of that IPL winning bid by Star. $2.5 billion over 5 years, where the earlier bid was $1.6 billion over 10 years. Across the world, it created waves in the United States as well, with Facebook offering $600 million, and in course of time, that was one of the factors, if not the factor, in Murdoch selling out to Disney. There was something even bigger that happened as you went along. Towards the end of the year, we discovered that with the new FTP, it's almost certain that there will be a clear window during the IPL. There will not be international cricket playing. IPL just became stronger after 10 years. But just for the size of that bid, for the re-evaluation of how big our market is, for what it did to the cricket world financially, to me that was the number 1 event of 2017. We've run quite a few videos on this channel now, and I've been told that you quite enjoy them. So if you really do, why don't you like, why don't you share, why don't you leave a comment behind, and do subscribe to the channel.